to your loving arms.
Keep going.
Give me all of your fucking money, you. Now.
Do you want to introduce it and I'll look up the offers?
What's going on, everyone? It's the True Geordie back again with another Premier League preview show. The production value on this video isn't as high as the others, but the banter, premium. Always.
Premium banter.
So,
yeah.
Premium banter.
You're recording in your studio today.
Yeah, this whole thing. Hopefully you're going to have enough money to get a new one next year.
2019, he means. Yep. The year after the World Cup.
The World Cup money should be good, shouldn't it?
Yeah. I mean, Russia pay well, you know.
Do you know what it is? I'm quite looking forward to going to Russia if we do end up doing it.
Yeah. Because you'll integrate seamlessly with the population.
And everyone's just going to come up to me talking Russian, and I'll have to get Con to translate it for us.
And you'll have to go, me no speaky Russiesy, and they go, oh, that's weird.
Yep, that's normal.
This weekend there's a great match offer. It's 25-1. Any team will win a corner. Wait, what? Get 25-1 that any team will win a corner in Chelsea-Manchester United match.
Pretty decent odds.
That's amazing.
Just giving money away, why don't you?
Pretty much. Get 25.
To be honest, I understand why they do this, because obviously it gets people to sign up and gets them involved with the website, and it makes sense. But the thing is, what I'm finding, the more I bet, is betting's fun.
Betting can be fun, yeah.
No, I'm in having a ball. And also, just FYI, I have absolutely lumped on UFC this weekend. I'm betting.
Really?
Because the thing is, football matches, I think, are harder to predict than fights. Fights, there's a lot less possibilities of what can happen. You know, it's one person versus one person and not two teams of 11 players, obviously.
Yep.
And I'm thinking, me knowledge of fighting might be even better than me vast knowledge of football. So I'm going to try me luck.
I'm guessing so.
We'll find out. I'll let you know how it...
Have you gone hashtag big on Bisping?
Big on Bisping, yeah, I have actually. And we're doing the kickoff on Sunday this week for anyone who's wondering. 1:45 start, about half hour before the Arsenal-Man City game kicks off.
Join us there.
We go live.
Yeah.
Going to have good guests, good banter, good fun.
We're going to be reviewing all the stuff from the day before. There's going to be lots of talk.
There's going to be
fight.
loads to fucking talk about. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
We're going to talk about the fight the previous night.
And
I
the
might
games
do a
are
live
fantastic.
stream.
Yeah?
I might do a live stream for the fight. I might not. I don't know right now.
But if he does, you'll know about it. And it is that we've got some good games to cover. This weekend we're doing Man City Arsenal. I actually think that's going to be a really good game. An absolute
football-wise, we should see some fucking great passing in that game.
Yeah, and then Chelsea-Manchester United, a bit more of a lockdown game. So we're really starting with the highlight and then sort of tailing off.
No, the thing is, Chelsea, on like what they're playing a lot more open this season than what they have done, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I think that there's going to be a few goals in that game, actually.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, even after they lost 3-0 to Roma the other night.
Who, Chelsea?
Yeah.
Did they?
My vast knowledge of football.
In all seriousness, though, some girl just walked past the car there. Them are some tight jeans. But yeah.
Vast knowledge.
No, I am saying they're playing more open this season. They've conceded quite a few goals. But the thing is, going forward, they're really good. And it's at Stamford Bridge. I expect them to be on that game. And also Jose Mourinho spicing things up a little bit, going back to Chelsea, will really want to win.
Absolutely.
And with the way they've played against Spurs and also Huddersfield, good defending alone isn't just going to be enough to beat Chelsea. I think they're going to have to really attack them at some point in the game.
That's true. Yeah, and Chelsea have lost just one of their last 15 home Premier League games against Manchester United. That sets it up well.
To be honest, even though they got obviously a point from Liverpool, they lost against Huddersfield, 3 points against Spurs, haven't been impressed with them generally.
Yeah.
And Chelsea, I don't think are Premier League title winners either. Just looking at them, but I think Chelsea are going to be the team that wins this game 2-1.
Interesting. In the whole of their title run, they only lost 2 games at home in the Premier League. Chelsea did. They've already lost that many this year, so they're not as strong, like you say.
Yeah, we've said it. Adding the Champions League into their season, it's just hit them hard this season. I think.
Yeah, and I think if it's tight late on, I would lump on Manchester United, because Manchester United substitutes have scored 7 goals and assisted 4 more. Both league highs this season so far. So Anthony Martial looking good. He's had 4 goals and 2 assists. That's great.
He's had a very decent season, but it's funny though, because he's scored a lot and he's assisted whatever, but you can't sit there and say, he dominated that game. Yeah. He pops up with goals, but I still think for him to turn into the player that everyone thinks he can be, he's going to have to do a lot of hard work.
It's true. I respect your 2-1 for Chelsea. He's dropped it.
I'm here.
I respect your 2-1 for Chelsea. Do I go also with the Chelsea win, or do I go for a Manchester United win this weekend? You know what? I'm going to go 1-1 this weekend.
Oh, fucking hell, man. So boring. It will probably be a draw, to be fair. But to be honest with you, they both need wins if they want to win the title this season. Like I think that this is a pivotal game in the season for both of them, and if neither team wins, then they're both fucked.
Yeah, it's not looking great. Manchester United desperately need that win. So we'll be covering that game live on Sunday. The other game we're going to be covering, we might as well go straight to that one now. Like I said earlier, was Man City versus Arsenal. By the way, again, that's a really good offer in the Chelsea-Manchester United game. 25-1 that any team, that could be any team, Chelsea or Manchester United, will win a corner in Chelsea versus Manchester United.
And the link for that offer will be in the description, so just click the description and you'll be able to sign up.
Let me say the odds bit. £1 bet only, £5 minimum deposit, plus free £5 bet if you should lose, which basically means you get a free £5 bet if this one loses. Winnings paid in free bets. Available for a limited time, 18 plus. Further terms and conditions apply. All those will be in the link in the description. Go take a look right now. Man City versus Arsenal. It's at the Etihad. It's at 2:15. We'll be covering it live with Dave O'Brien and guests. So, what's going to happen? True Geordie back again.
Man City are just going to absolutely rip them to shreds.
Yeah.
I think the best team that's got a chance against Manchester City this season is somebody like a Spurs or a Manchester United who can defend really well and grab a goal with a bit of quality going forward, or potentially like a banana skin team who you're not expecting, like a West Brom or whatever, but they done them in the last game. So I think Arsenal play too open. I don't think they're going to be... To be fair, Arsenal have shown in the past that they can dig in and fucking defend when they need to, but this season, I don't see it happening. I think it's going to be like a 3-1 Man City win.
The Citizens have scored 20 goals in their last 4 home Premier League games. That's more than 18 of the other 19 Premier League clubs in, this division. So that's Premier League, yeah.
Yeah, they're breaking records this season. I think it's they had the biggest possession in one game since that began as well.
Yeah,
last week.
It's huge. Really,
78%, something like that.
It's something ridiculous, really. And I think Man City are probably in with a good chance. They got a really good win against Napoli, obviously, and in the end came away good winners. And Pep says that's one of the best sides he's played, possibly the best side he's faced in his career. So
I think Arsenal. If Arsenal had someone who... Lacazette's definitely been better at home than he has away, but even still, I don't think he's offering enough in terms of general play to the team.
Yeah.
When you watch him in games, and it's obvious that he's there to do the Jermaine Defoe type role of getting in behind, but for a top team like that, when you're playing as a lone striker, you need to hold the ball up. You need to bring other people into play.
Absolutely.
He's not doing enough of the Harry Kane jobs. I'd consider going for Giroud if I was Wenger, because in this game, purely because they're going to be under a lot of pressure and they're going to need someone they can pump it to. And I think Giroud does a better job of that than what Lacazette does away from home.
You need someone that you can pump, is what you're saying.
And Giroud, as we know, in football team hotel rooms, there's a lot of pumping.
Yep. But we don't know what he's pumping, and that's why it's not libelous.
Or who?
Or what? Pep Guardiola has won 4 of his 5 home meetings with Arsene Wenger in all competitions. So it's looking interesting. I'm going to go 4-1 Man City.
4-1, fuck me, that's bad. I don't know, 3-1 seems a bit more,
realistic.
We'll see. You've been pretty good on predictions lately, to be fair to you, so,
Thank you.
I think you got the Watford game correct when you said Batshuayi. Chelsea Batshuayi would come off and that. So.
Correct, but however that didn't. Obviously, that was pure luck. Now, to start the weekend, Saturday, 12:30, big game. Stoke versus Leicester City. Wow.
Jesus.
Think about that. Jesus playing in this one. Stoke have never beaten Leicester at home in the Premier League in 3 attempts. There's obviously only 3 attempts, but 2 draws and 1 loss.
Stoke are being a dog shit this season. Even Elliot told us after he went to the Stoke game against Watford when they obviously got that lucky win. He said they were dominated for that game, and he said he had no idea how they managed to come away with a win. Mm-hmm. I think Stoke could go down if they lose this game as well. They just look utter dog shit right now
in the Premier League. I don't know why Stoke even are in the Premier League.
Whereas Leicester did pretty well in the last game. Vardy looks like he's back to his old self. I'm thinking Leicester win this one.
Interesting. I also think Leicester will win this one after Stoke got somewhat of a fortuitous win. They are only 3 points above the relegation zone, so if Everton win on the weekend, then it could mean that Stoke drop in there.
What have I done there? All right.
You're still fine, don't worry. It's not looking great for Stoke, and Leicester have come from 2 goals down to draw 2-2 in each of their last Premier League visits to the Bet365 stadium. So even if Stoke go ahead, it's still not going to feel like they're safe.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-1 Leicester.
Yeah. I'm also going to go 2-0 Leicester. I don't think Stoke will get a goal in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Huddersfield versus West Brom. That's a 3 o'clock kickoff. That's the first of the 3 o'clock kickoffs that we won't be covering this weekend. This will be the first meeting between the teams since their 3rd round FA Cup clash in 2009-10. So they've not seen each other in a while. Mm-hmm. Do you think they'll enjoy seeing each other again?
Who?
Huddersfield West Brom.
It's one of those games, isn't it?
My vast football knowledge. Who?
It's one of those games, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Which one of those games would it be, though?
See, Huddersfield look really good against Man United, and they've showed that when they're up for a game, they can really take it to a team.
Yeah.
But against Liverpool, they just turned up and got turned over so easily. West Brom's win. I'm just going to go 1-1. I'm just thinking about it. They'll both be happy to just get away with a point.
Yeah. Huddersfield have won 4 of their last 5 top-flight home matches in November. That goes all the way back. 2 of those wins came against West Brom in 1955.
Before we were born, Mother. Yeah, before we were born.
And in 1970. It's a while, is what we're saying, since they've seen each other. I'm going to go Huddersfield. I'm going to go Huddersfield 2, West Brom 1. I quite like that as a result. Now, this one's a big one for you. Newcastle versus Bournemouth. Eddie Howe, the manager that could have been at Newcastle, faces Rafa Benitez. Just brilliant, Rafa.
Yeah, I'm going to say Newcastle win again, but I'm not as confident after that game against Burnley. We're a terrible football team, but I think we're, like in terms of passing the ball and that, we are the worst I've ever seen us right now.
But Bournemouth are worse.
Bearing in mind, I'm talking like even under the Pardew era, I think going forward, we had more talent.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's a Rafa Benitez issue. And I'm not questioning that. I genuinely think he's just got really poor players. We've got championship players still. The whole squad practically is championship. But as I said in my video earlier this week, you can teach organisation, but you just can't teach talent. And there's just not enough of it. But I still think that after coming close against Burnley, the lads are going to be motivated. And I'm hoping he gives Mitrovic a chance in this game, because Joselu is just not offering enough up front. But I'm going to say we win 1-0.
Oh, that's a tricky one. Bournemouth obviously sit 19th on 7 points, whereas Newcastle sit on double that in 9th.
Yeah, I think Bournemouth are going down, to be honest.
Okay, but I think Newcastle win 2-0 this weekend, and it's not looking great for Bournemouth.
Yeah, we're sort of the opposite of them. They've got some nice players who can pass the ball, and I think players like King and Defoe are probably more talented than anyone we have. But organisation-wise, they're nowhere near what we are.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. Bournemouth have handed Premier League appearances to 13 different English players in the Premier League this season, more than any other side. Paul Merson will be happy.
Glenn Hoddle would also be very happy. Did you see what he said about Spurs last night?
No, what did he say? He said not enough Englishmen.
No, he said the good thing about Spurs is a lot of English lads. Not many foreigners. I'm really happy to see that. And I want a hard Brexit, I think he said after that.
Which is unusual, really. What he means is Dele Alli scored the goals, but then Christian Eriksen got one of the goals in that game as well.
It's just... Yeah, this is the guy who got sacked from England for what he said. So he's a clown. Let's be honest.
He didn't say some good stuff.
No,
wasn't great stuff.
Don't get on to previous lives with him.
Yeah, just don't get onto anything with him. Southampton versus Burnley at 3:00. Southampton have won their last 4 matches, home matches against Burnley in all competitions, including victories in both
Southampton. I'm going 2-0 Southampton. We were shite against Burnley as well, but Burnley looked garbage. They were terrible against us, so Southampton 2-0 win.
Burnley won.
I said we were shite as well. You can have a game between 2 shit teams where one of them's just a little bit less shit than the other, and that's all that it was.
We might disagree on this one. I actually think Burnley have only won 1 of their last 16 visits to Southampton, but I think that's going to change this weekend. All right.
Why?
1-0 Burnley. Suck on that.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Oh God. I'll tell you what. I'll put money on this with you.
All right. What do you want to say?
20 quid.
20 quid. That's Burnley win.
20 quid Southampton.
All right, fair enough.
Right?
Yeah, good. Well, we both win then in a way.
If I win, can I take it out that invoice?
Yeah, because that's still a lot of money. Yeah,
that's so funny.
Can I add it on as interest as what you've not paid me yet? Is that all right? Anyway, let's move further down. Southampton versus Burnley is going to be a good one, so we're going to end up betting on that one. In the next game, Swansea versus Brighton and Hove Albion. It's the team with the birds. You've got a swan versus a seagull, but which is stronger?
Swansea versus who? Brighton.
Yeah. You wearing your headphones properly? With that 20 quid, maybe you should buy.
I'll tell you what. I know I'm not the first person to jump on this bandwagon, but Tammy Abraham.
Right.
Why didn't Newcastle get him? For fuck's sake! I'm so annoyed.
Yeah.
He'd literally be brilliant for us. Like what? Like I'm so annoyed that we didn't get him. He's so good, and he's young. He's good.
He's hungry.
He knows what he's doing with a football at his feet. Why didn't we fucking sign this kid?
And Rafa Benitez is great at managing Chelsea players.
Oh, anyway.
Brighton are looking to record back-to-back victories away in the top flight for only the second time.
Nope, not going to happen.
No, because they're seagulls, and swans would kill a seagull.
I'm going to go Swansea 2-1.
Interesting.
I thought Swansea were really good against Arsenal, despite losing. I thought they showed enough in that game to convince me they're going to win.
Swansea have attempted just 20 shots on target this season in their 10 Premier League games. Only 3 sides have attempted fewer. So they've not attempted a lot of shots. For that reason, I'm going to go 1-0 Swansea. I don't think it's going to be a high
1-0 to the Swans.
Yeah. I've got a fact for you about Tammy Abraham. He has been directly involved in 71% of Swansea's 7 Premier League goals this season. That's 4 goals and 1 assist. He is good.
No, he's really good. Honestly, I don't know how good he can be, but he's definitely good enough for fucking Newcastle. So why didn't we get him? That's all I'm saying.
It's the highest ratio of being involved in goals in the division, and I didn't even know that was a real ratio. Now this one's a classic in the Premier League. It's West Ham versus Liverpool. It's the 5:30 on Saturday. None of the last 12 Premier League meetings between these two sides at West Ham have ended as a draw. I think it's going to be a win either way. I mean, probably was going to be a win either way anyway. But let's see. What do you think? West Ham?
3-1 Liverpool. I think
Wow.
West Ham really gave everything they had in the last match, and I think now it's a case of we're going to see them drop off as Bilic is eased out of the door. It's a matter of when, not if. And if you can blow it like that against Palace, against a Wilf Zaha. Liverpool have got multiple Wilf Zahas, multiple players as good as him, and
many Wilf Zahas.
No, and they're going to rip them to shreds at some point in this game. I really think that.
Liverpool's 15 goals conceded away from home this season is the most by a team in the Premier League.
Yeah,
and indeed,
one problem.
It's the most the Reds have shipped after 5 away games of the season since 1953-54, which was a pretty
I say
time.
Maybe 3-1 or 3-2, but I'll go 3-1. But it wouldn't surprise if they conceded a couple. But
well, last time Liverpool conceded this many, they were relegated from the top flight.
Well, funny old thing, because of obviously what a good job Benitez has done with that Newcastle side. I mean, he's not working miracles, but he is in a way, because he's getting a team that are very poor to be very decent and organised. And a lot of Liverpool fans have come out and said that they'd love him back for that reason, because they're really frustrated at the lack of organisation at Liverpool right now, and they know that. Ironically, he's sort of someone who'd be ideal for that.
And I watched Maribor against Liverpool just the other night, and it was at Anfield, and Maribor offered virtually nothing. But the 3 times they did come forward, they looked like they worried Liverpool. I'm going to go 3-2 Liverpool. It'll be much closer than you think.
Yeah. I mean, I did say it could be 3-2. So
yeah. I mean, you definitely
not much closer than I think.
No, yeah. I mean, it's not...
Moving on.
You don't own the score, 3-2. It's not your score, do you know? Tottenham versus Crystal Palace is the one that we'll be watching before we go live, because we've got Adam Boltwood in the studio with us producing this weekend.
Good to have the big man there, Boltmeister General.
Spurs have won each of their last 4 Premier League games against Palace, conceding just once.
Let's be honest here. We can't not even mention this. Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Right? Spurs 3, Real Madrid 1. What a fucking result for them! That's amazing. That is actually something that their fans will be talking about for 20, 30 years.
Yeah,
and especially if they don't go on and capitalise on it from here and
which they
do
won't.
what we think. Probably not, to be fair. But I remember I'm in Newcastle, which was probably about 20 years ago. This year, we beat Barcelona. Tino Asprilla scored a hat-trick.
Who was managing you that day?
I'm pretty sure it was Kenny Dalglish.
Yeah.
Am I right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, or Kevin Keegan, one of the 2 Ks. But the point is, I remember the goals. It was just Keith Gillespie constantly pumping it into the box. Asprilla just throwing himself at it. And... unfortunately for us, we never went on and did anything after that. But this Spurs team has been so good. And yeah, we didn't really. The Spurs team have been brilliant. And they need to make this count now. You know what I mean? You can't be beating the back-to-back European champions and not go on and then win a league or at least an FA Cup, for fuck's sake.
Funny how much Real Madrid have dropped away recently, or over the last few weeks. They lost to Girona on the weekend and fielded a really good team. They lose to Spurs.
Girona actually were the better side as well. It wasn't even a fluke of any sort.
Yeah.
And I think Spurs were well worth their win as well. So, but at the same time, I really want to see this. Actually, want to see the Spurs team mount a serious challenge against Man City. And I think starting 11 wise, Harry Kane being fit, they are the best chance that we've got of seeing someone give them, even more so than Man United. I just think that they're quality on their day. So, but it's Man City. That's the problem, isn't it?
It is a real problem. The thing is with Spurs, they've obviously had patchy form at Wembley. It's not been great for them. They've lost the other 2 derbies, the 2 London derbies that they've played in all competitions at Wembley this season, as many as they'd lost in their 16 at White Hart Lane. But I think they'll be all right against Crystal Palace.
Nah, Palace, they should sweep Palace aside. Palace can get at a team with weaknesses like West Ham have got, but there's not that many weaknesses in the Spurs team, and I think they're going to win 3-0.
Wow, yeah. I think it is going to be a dominant performance.
Imagine how high they'll be after that fucking Madrid win.
I know. I mean, that's what I was thinking. Dele Alli was told 5 years ago to the day, I think, he was starting a game for MK Dons. So,
yeah, I mean, yeah. Newcastle went in for him though. But
Liverpool thought he was too much money.
Didn't get him.
Anyway, I'm gonna go. I'll go 4-0 Spurs. We've covered the two games in between, which are Man City, Arsenal, and of course Chelsea versus Manchester United. You can join us for those on Sunday, 1:45 onwards, all the way through until I think about 6:30, something like that. And then the final game of the weekend is Everton versus Watford, which is also technically going on at the time we're live on air, but we just don't give a shit. Everton versus
We will
Watford.
try and keep an eye on it at some point, though.
Yep. Keep an eye. Everton versus Watford, 4:30. It's at Goodison Park in Liverpool. Everton have lost just one of their 8 Premier League meetings with Watford.
2-1 Watford.
Interesting. Okay. I like Watford, and I think they're
think Watford are suited to a team with a lot of pressure on them, like Everton, who are at home. Pressure's all going to be on them. Watford are going to hit them, basically. That's what I think's going to happen.
They're obviously recovering after the shock result last weekend against Stoke. But let's see. Yeah, I think maybe 3-1 Watford here.
Fuck me, 3-1 at Goodison. Bloody hell.
It's not looking great for Everton at the moment. Everton aren't having a
Imagine
time.
Everton got relegated. That would be fucking hilarious.
Well, Ped from Toffee TV, who I don't often think says a lot of handy things, says he thinks they could get relegated. So
yeah, he's a funny fucker, Ped. I'll give him that. He makes me laugh.
Definitely funny. Yeah. So join us this Sunday, 1:45. We'll be there. That's UK time, by the way. Make sure you get it right.
GMT, motherfuckers.
Yep. We're going to be. I think it's going to be a good game between Man City and Arsenal. It's at least going to be open. We could see them thrashing.
We're guaranteed. I think there's an outside. Well, there's a real chance of a humiliation as well.
Yeah.
For Arsenal, which obviously
not great. Generate
views on YouTube.
Sure. We'll have the thumbnail ready for you guys this Sunday with a crying Arsene Wenger or something. But we'll see you there, right?
Cheers, everyone. See you there. Bye.